Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. So we got an interesting little thing here. Let's go through these news articles, but this could be hinting that the Tanabata celebration, I think, actually is going to be a little bit bigger than, at least maybe I anticipated. Now, if you guys remember, for many years, they often would do a really major update for the Worldwide Download Celebration, oftentimes introducing new mechanics, such as the exchange. The first exchange characters were in the Worldwide Download Celebration, just as an example, right? There often is a massive update before the Worldwide Download Celebration. Now, this year, right, with, the global sync happening, they kind of have rearranged the schedule around. I think so far so good for this Tanabata worldwide slot we're in right now to celebrate Global's anniversary. I think it works good. But it seems as though this major update is probably still going to occur before Tanabata, and Tanabata might potentially be a major celebration, right? Now, real quick, I think I should probably actually also... let me pull this up. Did they talk about... Yeah, here we go. Okay. So we also have this. There's a chance... Okay. Usually Worldwide Download Celebration starts on, the 30th. 28th, 29th, 30th. I don't have the characters pulled up, but every single, what Worldwide is, again, 28th, 29th, 30th. Somewhere in that range, right? Maybe there's a chance... it would be so stupid if they do, to push it... this would be, I think, a huge mistake. Because we really felt the deadness leading up to them, dropping the banners, I think, on the 7th of July. So, bro, it looks like there's going to be a Dokkan Fest on, the 11th, 12th, 13th, something like that. Then we're potentially not going to drop a banner until, the 8th or 9th would seem too much. Maybe they would do the Peppy Gal stuff at the end of August. We'll see. But it's possible at this meetup right here, they might, this would show, animations or something like that. Because these, fan meetups, they typically give us our first look at the character, right? So we have this listed down right there as September 6th, okay? So, then we look at this. So, system updates are scheduled to be conducted during the version update planned for mid-August, right? So, again, this is going to be right before what is now going to be the Tanabata celebration. Now, keep in mind they are going to... Oh, wait, hold on. All right, now keep in mind, they're definitely, not going to use this Tanabata name because that's an actual holiday in Japan, right? So this is going to have some completely new name for this major celebration, which is going to be taking place down here, right? So we do want to keep that in mind right there. After the version update, some devices may experience slower app performance. So, potentially this is similar to what we just saw with Legends. Both Dokkan and Legends kind of did, Dokkan and Legends 2 updates. I thought Dokkan's was very good. Legends seems to be good as well with the ground battles. And the ground battles are very taxing on a lot of devices. So, maybe Dokkan is going to be implementing something of that nature. Okay, so here's another one. Yep. App may run slower. Okay, this is the Japanese one. There were several things here. Okay, so orders iOS 626 beta. Oh, okay. This is just telling people about that, and then finally, Android 16. Okay, this is just letting people know about compatibility for these devices, right? So we know that we're going to be working towards a major update. Closer to the Tanabata celebration, right? So the Tanabata celebration, it's definitely going to be another, major celebration. We've got some other stuff here. Here's Proton talking about that little thing where it's 3 active skills would show up at once. I seriously saying we're going to get the... Well, not probably, right? But we're going to get the 5.29.0 update soon. So, yeah, we're leading up to Tanabata. Now, it is interesting to think about. So... what could the Tanabata celebration be? Now, if we take a look at the last 2 years, I think going back for 2024 and 2025 is kind of what we would not see redos of, for example, right? So like, I don't necessarily think we'd, see like Broly and Gogeta. What I have pulled up here is just simply all of the major celebration character slots. Is what I've got pulled up here. Ultimate Gohan, UI Goku, and Jiren were Tanabata last year. The Broly movies were the worldwide download celebration. I did count Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks here, since he was a carnival. Then, of course, remember the craziness, that's the 10th anniversary. They covered, damn near every single arc, right? With Baby Saga, Buu Saga, Universal Survival Saga, Cell Saga, movie, The Fusion Reborn, and then Universal Survival Saga again, for some reason. Right? And then, we go Dragon Ball. We did Universe 6 for 7, finally. We needed that. Then, of course, Kale and Khalifa, Universal Survival Saga again. And then now we're into the, Global Dokkan celebration, where part 1 is, kind of like Blue Vegito, Fusion Zamasu, tag characters. They're just active skills, but, and then we know that Omega Shenron is going to be the Dokkan Fest for part 2. So, looking at all that, it does feel to me like we are probably going to move away from fusions for a little while after that. Now, keep in mind, when I'm talking about fusions, I'm talking about these gigantic celebration headliners. I'm not talking about Gotenks really so much, and Kefla, and we're talking about Vegito and Gogeta, right? It looks to me like Dokkan is probably going to move away from Vegito and Gogeta for a bit after the celebration, because literally they dropped every single form of that. It just in 2024 and 2025, they dropped the tag mechanic, and then they're instantly all right, every fucking fusion, let's go. Right? like they wasted no time. They said immediately, we're redoing every fusion, let's go. So that's kind of what we're sitting in right now. We're in, an era of fuse fighters essentially being the category so far of 2025. But what's going to happen for the rest of the year, right? We know we still have a major celebration coming in this, Tanabata replacement. And then we're going to be, moving into the 11th anniversary, which, of course, is going to be, in January, right? January/February. So, looking at some of the stuff that could be coming up, I do think Namek is probably right around the corner. Remember, what's funny is, Dokkan has dropped so much Namek stuff, and it usually all, sucks ass. Namek and Dokkan, is a lot of times just not very good, right? We'll see. I think a Namek celebration would work really well. Kind of like the redo of Goku going Super Saiyan for the first time, I think would be a gargantuan hit. Saiyan Saga, eventually they're gonna do this as a dual Dokkan Fest. There's just no way, right? It is still a Goku and Vegeta fight. I think the timing of this does matter, because it's again, Twitter will be very loud and be like, oh my god, Saiyan Saga is the pinnacle of hype. Well, no, Saiyan Saga is the pinnacle of being fucking good, because that's what it is. But in terms of these games, is it hype? Not really, because unfortunately, it just boils down to this: Goku's hair is yellow right there, and his hair is black right there. I know we could say, oh, you like Goku, blah, blah, blah. You get the point. You get the point. But, it's certainly time to do Saiyan Saga, right? And a lot of people would say the reason Kaioken Goku and Great Ape Vegeta failed as part of the 7th anniversary was their usage as yellow coin LRs, and not actual major Dokkan Fest exclusive characters. Now, I would say Kaioken Goku was at the 3rd best unit in the game or something like that when he dropped. But remember, that was a different era where 3rd best unit in the game meant you died every run, right? Back in 2022. So, if they could drop, monster dual Dokkan Fest Goku and Vegeta, sure, it certainly could work. So, I think Saiyan Saga is a possibility. Kid Buu, now, he's the meme that never dies. Eventually, they're going to drop LR Kid Buu. It's going to happen. They're not going to just, not ever not do LR Kid Buu. He's going to drop one day. I do feel like it's going to be a very, it's oh my god, they're finally doing LR Kid Buu. And then I feel like it's just going to be a very empty feeling. Oh, okay, now Kid Buu's just an LR. I do wonder if that's going to happen, right? But LR Kid Buu, of the Buu saga, they actually used most of the big stuff. Majin Vegeta, I guess, has not been used. So we certainly could, I think a major, like, redo of, like, a Majin Vegeta right now, people would probably be hugely excited for. Like, maybe some sort of transformation Majin Vegeta or something like that. I think people would go nuts for. Majin Vegeta is a very popular character. He's kind of at the start of Buu Saga, and then there's Kid Buu at the end. But a lot of the major pieces have been used. I mean, to be fair, Buuhan, they did just do a Buuhan, but it's funny. They did a Buuhan while using as little as they possibly could of Buuhan, if that makes sense. They used nothing from this guy, basically, right? Like, this is essentially, like the whole point of the character is just, like, they created a Dokkan Fest out of Goku and Vegeta inside Buu. That's more so what the point of this character is than actual Buuhan. Buuhan is one of these characters that they could create 50 LRs for, right? Where he does so many attacks because the whole point of the fight is Vegito is making, like, Vegito is so strong Buuhan can't touch him. And so Vegito knows this, and he's making Buuhan cycle through all of his attacks until Buuhan will finally try and absorb Vegito, and then Vegito can save, you know, Gohan and Piccolo and Goten and Trunks from inside. That's the whole point of the fight. But because of that, and the anime is like, oh my god, of course we're going to extend this, Buuhan does so much in that fight that they could drop so many different characters. Right about here, by the way, I did forget one. I've seen this brought up. I actually really like this. I don't know about this for, like, I mean, like, Tanabata or something like that, but I think that this is something that actually would get me pretty hot and bothered in a good way. Like, God Vegeta and Dragon Ball Super Broly, I think would be so sick. God Vegeta, like, dude, you know, we have the 7th anniversary LRs, cool. Besides that, he just has a banner unit from 2018. 2018! They could drop a God Vegeta, dude. I don't know why God Vegeta is so underutilized in both Dokkan and Legends. This guy is so underutilized. You would think they would have spammed the fuck out of this guy, no? Even God Goku, really, probably. I mean, Dokkan has got an LR, a Dokkan Fest. Legends finally did drop their Legends Limited God Goku, but still, like, right? And then speaking of, I got God Goku and Beerus here. Does feel like it's Beerus's due. And I mean, I think like another LR God Goku or something certainly could go over well. I would love to see God Goku show up because people really care about him. So hell yeah, dude. Give me a God Goku's top 1 in the game. That's going to make everyone happy, which is going to make me happy. I'm down for it. What's the last one I have? Oh yeah. Goku vs. Demon King Piccolo, of course. I would love to see this. I mean, this does fall under the, you know, no Super Saiyan tab, but I mean, this would still be very sick to me. I would love this. I think one of the biggest problems with the 10th anniversary is they should have taken out, I mean, I guess, I feel like Vegeta should have had a standalone unit in the 10th anniversary, but like Goku and Frieza are the tag character, but like one of the two Tournament of Power characters should have been removed in favor of Kid Goku as, for 10th anniversary. But, I mean, eventually, this is another one that's got to get a dual Dokkan Fest at some point. It, quite honestly, probably would be better to save this until 23rd World Tournament Goku and Piccolo Jr. can Easy 8 anyway, which would be next year, in 2026. And then, of course, there's the gigantic cloud hanging over Dokkan, which is why have they not put this guy in game? Makes no sense. None. But, I mean, maybe we'll see Daima for Tanabata. I'm down for it. Just get Daima in game. I don't care. Doesn't need to be a major celebration slot. Doesn't need to be an LR. I don't give a fuck about that. Just get him in game. Right? There's the next Dokkan Fest is Omega Shenron on the 24th or 25th. Right? After that, should be a Dokkan Fest right here. 11th, 12th, 13th. Make this mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I don't give a shit. Just get him in game. Just get him in game. Let's go. But, yeah, there we go. Just wanted to kind of, like, set the tone, like, you know, set it up that, like, we now know there's a major update. And they've got this. I would say it smells like Daima to me, but, I mean, we played this game 50 times this year. Oh, it's definitely Daima, and then it's not Daima, so I don't know. But, like, we got a couple of breadcrumbs that, you know, the end of August/September is going to be really fire as well. So, let me know what you guys think. I'll catch y'all next time.